Hey guys, I'm Kristen Matthews and welcome to the Pilates Fix. Today I've put together a workout using the big stability ball that'll focus on your core from the front all the way around to the back. You'll want to make sure that the ball is nice and firm and that you place yourself close to a wall as we'll be using it for some of the exercises. So let's get started. Okay, so begin sitting on the ball. The hands will be on the hips. Your feet are hip width apart and firmly planted down onto the mat. So sit nice and tall, lengthening through your spine, and we'll start with a little pelvic tilt here. Tip the tailbone underneath you, working your heels, your butt, towards your heels to try to stretch out that lower back. Your abs are pulling in. And then sit up nice and tall, lengthening up with your shoulders back over your hips. Do that again. The tailbone will tip underneath you, working your butt towards your heels just to lengthen that back. And sit up nice and tall. It's a good stretch. So now add a little circle. So you'll tip the tailbone towards the heels and just circle around to the right, back through the center, over to the left, into the center. Again, continue moving over that direction. Finish this circle, back to the center, and then reverse. So just go a few times in the other direction. Just helps open up your pelvis and your lower back. And you'll finish this circle and come right up back onto the top. So that just is a nice movement for your pelvis. So we're starting up off of the ball with your feet up against the wall. I've put together some boxes here for the shot here, but you guys can go up against the wall. You want to have stability. You'll get your pelvis over the ball for Swan. Your feet will come together, heels together, toes apart. Your pubic bone is into the ball, and you'll round over the ball with your shoulder blades or your collarbone on the opposite side of your hips. Rounding forward, hands down. So push into the ball, pull those abs in, and you'll start to lift up, lengthening through the crown of your head, lifting up towards the ceiling, keeping those abs in and pushing the pubic bone into the ball to protect your lower back. And then you just lengthen out, keep your knees still bent, you reach long through your spine, abs in, and curl over the ball again. So inhale to lift your upper body, reach through the crown of your head to keep the back of your neck long. As you exhale, lift. Lengthen. Now you can add a little stretch out this time if that feels okay. Still pulling those abs in. You inhale out and then exhale, you lift up. You'll inhale out again. Pull those abs in. Exhale, bend the knees and round over the ball. One more time like that, or just like the first one. You inhale to lift. Push the pubic bone in. Push the heels into the box or the wall. Reach up and back. And then inhale, stretch. I like this one because I love the length. Exhale, bend your knees slightly to lift through the heart. Inhale, lengthen out again. And exhale, round over the ball. Good, so that's a nice upper back stretch. So just get onto the floor for a little child's pose. You can keep your hands onto the ball, stretch your shoulders. You can also just put your hands onto the floor if that feels better. And then just round yourself all the way up. So now let's go to side sit-ups. For this one, you'll put your hip, it's a little easier if you get it up into your waist, onto the ball, and then you place your top leg back against the wall, your bottom leg forward. Ideally, your whole foot will be against the wall. Mine are partly on hinge boxes. So get it underneath your hip or your waist, lengthen through your spine, hands behind your head. So your ribs are in, your tailbone's long. You reach out long and you lengthen over the bar, goes ball as low as you can, still keeping your core active. Lift up, come as high as you can, keeping your abs engaged. Inhale, reach out, lengthen to lower, exhale out, and lift. One more like this. Inhale, exhale down, press strong into your feet, lengthen through your legs. Now reach long through your spine here and hold it. You'll twist your torso, but keep your pelvis still. And you'll pulse up for 5. Get your ribs to twist around. 4, abs in. 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Now hips still stay where they are, but you twist your torso to the floor. Work your back a little bit more for 5. Lengthening through the crown of your head. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. My favorite part, you get to stretch over the ball. So get a nice stretch on that side, reaching through the fingertips, pressing into the wall, and then come all the way up. Flip to the other side. You guys get to watch my back. So again, your hip or your waist goes up against the ball, your top leg goes back, your bottom leg is forward. So you place your hands behind your head, lengthen through your spine, your abs are engaged. You reach out long over the ball, reach out long, and lift. Inhale, out to lower, exhale, and lift. One more, reach long, and exhale, up. So reach out long from the crown of your head to your feet, and you twist up towards the ceiling, pelvis stays still, pulse up. 2, 3, for 5, 4, and 5. You reach out long, twist your torso, hips stay still, pulse up for 5, 4, lengthen from the crown of your head to your feet, 2, and 1. Center and stretch over. Really feel that reach from your fingertips to your waist to your feet. And then very carefully, you'll step yourself away from the wall. So now lie onto your back with your feet onto the ball, for some shoulder bridge. So get yourself centered on your mat. Your feet are down, knees right over your hips, arms along by your side. So you'll press strong into your arms, shoulders are down, ribs are down, pulling those abs in. Just like we did in the very first exercise, you'll tip your tailbone, start to roll your spine, ideally keeping the ball as still as possible. And round your spine down. Your inner thighs are active still. And all the way. One last time, you'll roll up and you'll either stay in that nice straight line or add a little extra for the hamstring. So holding here, and you'll stretch your legs out long, keeping your butt still. Flex your feet, bend your knees, feet go down. 4 more. Inhale out and exhale in. Nice engaged core, and your butt is also working here to help keep you nice and lifted. One more time, out, come back in, hold it there, and round your spine all the way down. Okay, so take your feet off of there, come up to a standing position, and we'll do a pike. This is a fun times with the ball. So the best way to get into this is placing one foot on top of the ball. You want to get it towards your shin, and place your hands down onto the mat. So the ball, look back, make sure it's in line with your body, and then take your other leg on top. The further up towards your knees, the easier this will be. The further towards your feet, or the further away, it'll be harder. So you press strong into your arms, your legs are together, your abs are pulling it, and you pull your forehead and your toes towards one another. Nice pike. Tailbone's long, go back into a plank. Again, you lift up, forehead to the knees. Good. And lower down. One more time, pull the belly button in. See how close you can get your forehead to the knees, and lengthen and hold. Now, one last little challenge. Take your right leg, hover it up and hold. 2, 3, and lower. Your abs are still pulling in a lot. Left, hold. 2, 3, and lower. Take one foot to the floor, the other foot to the floor, slowly roll yourself up. And the last exercise is actually a stretch, my favorite part of using the stability ball. So you'll sit on top of the ball, feet are away from you, hands can start over your chest. Just start to walk your feet out and get your back so it rolls over the ball, and stretch your arms overhead. If that's too much, you can always keep your hands behind your head or still kind of crossed over your waist. And I just like to stretch the legs, get a little extra stretch in the back, and then bend those knees, come forward. One more time, lengthening through your spine, opening the chest, and come forward. If the hands are back behind you, cross them over your waist, draw your chin to your chest, your abs pull back, you walk yourself, you come back up on top of the ball, and you're all set. Aim to work this into your routine 3 times a week for the best results. Along with strengthening your core, you should notice improved posture as well. Thanks so much for joining today. I'm Kristen Matthews, and I'll see you next time on the Pilates Fix.